How does your family see you? How does your family see you, Libra? Ooh, Libra, your family feel like you be lying. And that's making me laugh because y'all are definitely known for that, okay? It's not even like it's a bad thing. Libras just kind of lie, I feel like, because they want to keep the balance. Like, y'all not for the drama, so you'll, like, lie your way out of something or lie about something, tell a white lie. But I feel like it's because y'all be trying to keep the peace, keep the balance, like. But that's just not the way to go about it. Like, y'all be low-key lying, low-key, okay? And I feel like this is how your family sees you. That you could lie sometimes. You could be a liar. How does Libra's family view them? Your family could see you as somebody who's big on environment, Libra. Okay, so you like, maybe they've always known you to be like that. Like, you are funny about like where you're living, where you're laying your head. Okay, where you decide to reside and lay your roots. You're just very funny about environments. Okay, you could like being in comfortable environments, environments that are fitting to you, environments that fit your aesthetic. Okay, they could just see as somebody who's big on environment. I was looking at your family sees you somebody who's top tier. Okay, maybe you have a good career. Maybe you're good at your career. You're good in your career. Okay. Some of you guys, it's your looks. Okay, you really know how to put that shit on. Okay, you know how to really dress. Okay. Maybe you got assets, nice investments. Maybe you got the career, the home, the family, the man. Okay, something about your lifestyle could scream top tier as well too. But there's something about your family seeing you as top tier. Like, maybe you're even the top tier one in the family. Okay. I'm just getting like you got it going on. Your family could just see somebody who has it going on. They could also see you, though, as somebody who wants top tier, okay? So your family does see you as somebody who kind of wants the best of the best, okay? You want the finer things in life. You could be the type to, like, designer, okay? Maybe every time they see you, you always got some designer on. You always got the expensive things. You always got, like, the most expensive material gains, okay? Things like that is how your family sees you. Yeah, they could just see you as somebody who wants top notch. You want the best of the best. You want the finer things. And maybe they literally know your taste. They know your taste, okay? And they know that about you. Maybe they know they can't just buy you whatever, get you whatever, because you want the best of the best. I'm even getting like in your relationships, okay? They can know that maybe your family knows that you're picky with who you deal with, because you want somebody who's top tier as well. So you want somebody who's the best of the best. How does Libra's family view them? How does Libra's family view them? I'm also getting your family sees you as somebody who does care about the things around them. So the people, I'm just getting like your family sees you somebody who does care about the things around them. Okay, like that you not only just care about maybe yourself or your life, your loved ones, but you care about everyone else. Okay, you care about the environment. You care about humanity. Okay, you care about other things that are around you, outside of you and yours as well too. It's how your family sees you. It can see you as somebody who's very caring, or again somebody who's into humanity, okay, or things like that. It's just that you have a care for other things outside of just you and yourself. Your family could see you as somebody who's a little country, okay? Maybe your family sees you as somebody with just like a country style, okay? You could have country acting ways, okay? You could be very quiet, okay? They could see somebody who's quiet, kind of laid back to themselves. Doesn't mind having like a good home cooked meal. But I'm getting like your family sees somebody who has like country ways, okay? Whether you're like from the country or not, your family sees somebody with country ways. You could like country style things as well too, okay? They just see somebody who has like a country style and aesthetic to them. Maybe some of y'all actually wear like, country style clothes, okay? But they definitely see you as somebody who could be a little country, okay? Maybe you do outdated things as well too. Maybe you just don't do, what society do, and your family sees that as country, but you have like a country look, vibe, aesthetic to you. Is how your family sees you. And we said something about environment too. You being funny about your environment. So maybe you live in a country, okay, and this is why your family sees you somebody who's very country. Also it could be your accent, okay. And like whether you're country or not, it's like, whether that's where you come from or not, because you could come from a city, but it's like your family sees you somebody who's country, who's more country acting. And I'm even getting like, it could also be, the fact that you maybe you want to live in a country. Maybe you do live in a country. Maybe you live far away from, the city and the fast paced area where there's a lot going on, okay? And you like, again, a more quiet, you like more of a quiet area, where you're far away, okay, where you are where even like everything is like hands on, okay? You kind of gotta fix everything, okay, because you live far out, something like that. That's just how they see you, as somebody whose country has country ways, okay? But it can, in whatever way that can mean, would you take it how it resonates for you. How does Libra's family view them? Your family does see you as somebody who could have a lot of dues, a lot of debt, okay, that you could be in debt. Your family sees somebody who kind of like, owes a lot, okay? Maybe you have school loans that you have to pay off. Maybe you just, ended up in debt in some way, and this is how your family sees you. Somebody who could, maybe you have been struggling, and you told them that you were struggling, okay? It could be as little as like you having credit cards and things to pay off, having a low credit score, but your family does see somebody who's kind of like in debt, okay? And maybe your family sees you as somebody who kind of lives beyond their means, okay? Which is why, they see you this way, as somebody who's in debt, because you could live beyond your means. You could, always be spending your money, and and of course that leads you into debt, being in debt, okay? And that's how your family sees you. Or you kind of could be neglectful when it comes to finances, okay? It's how your family sees you. These family members could also be air signs, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they have that in their big three as well too. You could also have some air in your chart, but these Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are some of these family members who are viewing you this way, okay? I'm also getting you definitely, your family definitely sees you as the sign that you are, okay? They definitely see you as an air sign, okay? Maybe you could come off a little airy, or maybe you are very intellectual, but your family definitely feels like you definitely embody your zodiac sign, okay? Because some people will be having zodiac signs, but they don't be acting like their sign. Your family definitely sees you as a Libra, and they definitely see you as somebody with the qualities of an air sign, okay? Whatever Libra embodies. Your family could also see you as someone who's into zodiacs, okay? Maybe you are an astrologer, or you you're into astrology in some way, or you do it as a career. Maybe you're just really educated on it, and that's how your family sees you, as somebody who's very much educated when it has to do with when it comes to zodiacs and things like that. Yeah, heavy on your family, seeing you as somebody who does treat yourself, okay? That your family sees you as somebody who does look out for themselves as well as they look out for others. But I'm also getting there could be some here too. Your family could see you as somebody who maybe has trouble treating yourself like the way you treat others, okay? Maybe you sacrifice a lot to, do for others, and you forget to, do that or give that same love to yourself, okay? It's how your family sees you. And others, you guys, your family does see as somebody who, again, who's always kind of like spending on themselves, treating yourself, spoiling yourself. They see you as somebody who does show themselves love, okay? Just like they show everyone else love. You could like taking yourself out, okay? Maybe when your family calling you to see what's up, checking on you, you out. Maybe, getting your hair done, getting your nails done. Taking yourself on a solo date. You're just always doing something for yourself, and your family does see you as somebody, who takes care of themselves, who could even, engage in self-care. That you care for yourself. You take care of yourself. You love on yourself. Your family can see somebody who's quick to, let people go, okay? When people are not serving you, or, when someone isn't for your highest good, even them, they could feel like you don't mind cutting them off, okay? You don't mind letting them go. And that's how your family sees you. Like you just kind of, they see somebody who's big on, they see somebody who, doesn't maybe play about their energy, okay? Like you will cut any and everyone off who isn't serving you, again, who isn't in your best interest, who isn't bringing any value into your life in some way, that you will let them go. And, some of you guys, you're like managers or bosses, CEO, okay, business owners, and I'm getting like your family sees you as someone who, again, doesn't mind letting people go, even when it comes to business. Like maybe your family just sees you as somebody who will definitely cut people off or let them go if they aren't serving you, being of service to you in some way. They could even see you as an opportunist, okay? So your family could see you as an opportunist. Someone isn't able to offer you anything that can better you or be an opportunity for you, then you don't want them around, or you don't want them in your life. It's how your family sees you. And maybe that there are times where your family couldn't provide or give you an opportunity or give you something, and maybe you cut them off or you let them go, and that's what makes them view you that way. Your family does see somebody who kind of just like hides themselves, or what is it, you like to kind of stay in the background. Yeah, your family sees you as somebody who doesn't really maybe pop out or show who they really are. Put yourself out there. They can see somebody kind of stays in the background, stays to themselves, doesn't mind, camouflaging, but you see somebody just doesn't really put themselves out there to be seen or to be heard. They just see as somebody kind of hangs out in the background. Maybe they see somebody who doesn't really want to be known, want to be seen, because you kind of hang out in the background, okay? Maybe even, when there's family events and, like, you come around, maybe you're, like, more so chilling away from the family. Or maybe when you go places, you're not really, like, pressed to, like, meet or talk to anyone, to introduce yourself, to initiate. You're just kind of, like, the one who stays in the background, okay? That's how your family sees you. And maybe some of them feel like that because maybe you don't come around at all, okay? And they just feel like you're always, hide in hiding or something, not really wanting to come out and play is how your family sees you. Bro, as I just said, what the hell? As I just said that hiding came out, like I lied to y'all not. Woo. The way I be on it. Okay, so your family definitely sees you as somebody who hides themselves. Maybe your family feels like you should pop out more. Again, they do see you as somebody who kind of, who's kind of top tier. Even though you like top tier things, you like to have top tier people, and you like top tier things, the finer things. I'm getting like you are top tier yourself as well too, and they could just feel like you, your family could just feel like you hide yourself a lot, especially to be who you are or have the things that you have. They just feel like you hide a lot. You hide in the background. You hide in general. They maybe your family again tries to hang out with you. Should they probably be trying to find you, trying to find where you at? Okay, maybe you don't even let them know where you are a lot of times, where you have moved to, where you stay or something. And they just see somebody who hides, okay? Hides themselves, hides their personality, hides where they are, hides what they're doing, okay? It could be any of that. Your family just feels like you hide things in general is what I'm getting. They see you as somebody who could hide, their feelings even, hide the things that they're going through. They see you as somebody who could kind of hide their struggles and things they go through in life. Your family member could have asked you something even specifically. You got family members that have asked you something, and like you again maybe told a white lie or something, and hid something that they could have even maybe already knew about, but just like you were hiding it or something. Maybe you literally hide things from family members, or people in general. They just see somebody who hides things from people. Maybe that some of them are wanting to know, what you're going through or what is happening in your life, but they feel like you hide things. And there's many ways to hide. Like you could literally hide things, or you kind of like putting up some facade, or you I'm just being slick. Your family definitely sees somebody who kind of lies, who hides things, who's kind of slick in some type of way. Your family sees you as that. So you definitely could have hid something, lied to these family members about something, and they definitely see you as that, okay? Your family sees you as somebody who is always, doing something fun. You always have something fun planned, okay? Maybe when they, maybe these family members see your social media, or they, again, when they're calling and they're checking in on you, you're always, doing something fun in the moment, or you're literally, telling them about your plans that you have, and your plans seem fun, but they definitely see somebody who's always having fun, okay? Always doing something, always have something planned, have something up their sleeve. Maybe you have even invited them to some events, okay, that you had planned or something, or told them about some events, and maybe they had fun at your events when they came, or again, they just know you, again, to go out with friends and have planned things with friends even, and it's just always seemed like a good time. It always seems fun. Your family could also feel like your family could also see somebody who's just like fun to be around as well too. They could see as the one that's the fun one in the family. I'm also getting this too, like your family could see somebody who hides the things that they do as well too. So I am getting like hiding from all aspects. Your family could see somebody who even hides like the things you do, the places you go, okay? So maybe they'll ask you something and you'll tell them that you're somewhere and you're not there, okay? You'll tell them that you're somewhere else that you're actually not. Or you will make up something, okay? But they feel like you even hide the things that you do, okay? And I'm getting like hide, throw rocks and hide a hand. So you could even like do things and then hide like and play victim, like, you had nothing to do with it, or that you didn't do something but you really did. Something like that is how your family sees you. I really want to say sneaky, Libra. Your family sees somebody who's very, very sneaky. So you have definitely like lied, or they caught you in a lie. Maybe I even just got a vision of like somebody hurrying up and getting off the phone when somebody coming in the room. So just little things like that. Just think of ways that you could, hide things or be sneaky or lie is what I really am picking up on, is how your family sees you. Okay? And that is a Libra thing, to be lying. Okay? They be like the L in Libra and Leo stand for liar. But yeah, that is, one of y'all traits or whatever, and I'm getting your family sees you as that. Some of these family members, though, they could just want to be all up in your business, okay? And it's like you got every right to, maybe tell a little white lie after that, because maybe that your family could just want to be in your business and that is not genuine, okay? I am picking that up for a few here. Like it's almost if your family could just see you as that because they are in your business and you won't give into them being in your business. So, they want to, maybe that is their excuse to come up with, because instead of just owning that they want to be in your business, they're going to call you a liar for not telling them your business and not giving them, the full story. Maybe is something like that. Yeah, maybe even as a little girl or something, even like maybe you would tell your family like you're going to you're going to your friend's house, but really y'all at some boy's house, or y'all at the club or something, somewhere that probably ain't age appropriate, or probably somewhere doing something that ain't age appropriate, and that's what I'm getting. Like you could, they could even know you as a little girl. Like you would just always lie about little things, or even if it was big thing, they just see somebody who would even lie about like where they would go, where their whereabouts, things like that. I'm also getting your family, Libra, sees you as somebody who's very supportive, okay? Maybe you are the one they would call on when they do need support. Something about you just being there, being supportive, having someone's back, helping them through things. Maybe you give good advice. And this is how your family sees you, somebody who's very supportive, that they also see somebody that, would support them. You would be the one that they would call when they need some type of support, because they see you as somebody who's supported. Maybe you have supported a lot of family members, and I'm getting like, even if it was advice, it could be giving them money, it could just be being there for them through some hard times. Whatever it is, you definitely have supported a family member in some way, or even your friends. They see somebody, when you hang out with your friends, or you're around your friends, you're even very supportive. So they see somebody very supportive. Like I'm getting like you definitely are going to show up and be there for someone's milestone. Even it's just like your fancy somebody who's always going to support, who's the supportive one, somebody who supports anyone that you're around or anybody you love. Family definitely sees you as someone who could become an astrologer someday, okay, if you're not already, okay. Your family definitely sees you as somebody who will become one day, because again, they see somebody who's really big on zodiacs and astrology and understanding how it works, okay. They just feel like you're very educated in this area, and they would not be surprised if you became an astrologist one day. Some of you guys, your family just sees you as somebody who's into these things. Maybe you do it as a hobby. Your family feels like you really like astrology, you enjoy it, you're very educated about it, okay. Maybe they have even maybe they have even asked you something about someone's zodiac before, or maybe when you're like talking to your family and having conversations with them on, talking to them on the phone, maybe you are, of course, adding something in there about someone's zodiac, or you're talking about astrology in some way, and they see how thorough you are with it, how educated you are, and it makes them think, your family thinks someday you'll become an astrologist. Okay, like again, you could be talking to them and you're just like, yeah, those Leos, those Cancers, those Geminis, like you just like, it's just something about, you even maybe mentioning zodiacs in your everyday conversations, and they're like, she's really into this, or she's really good at that. Okay, maybe you even like look up your everyday zodiac, your daily zodiac. Look up your zodiac for daily advice, daily predictions, and they're just like, they definitely see somebody who's heavily into that. If not someone who will make that their profession someday, someone who could actually thrive in that profession even, okay, if you aren't already. How does Libra's family view them? Your family definitely does see you, though, as somebody who could be a little chaotic, okay? And maybe it's things that are around you even. They just feel like you could be a very much chaotic, okay? You could even be internally chaotic. Like, they could feel like you have chaos, mentally and internally, okay? They could feel like the things around you are chaotic. They could feel like your friends are chaotic. Maybe every time your family is talking to you, maybe when you are talking to your family and they could just hear things, they could just hear that things are chaotic. Maybe you're just talking to them about something, and they can tell through the conversation that something is chaotic in your life, but your family definitely feels like you are chaotic in some way, okay? Or the people around you are chaotic, or you're always in a lot of chaotic situations, okay? Maybe some family members had to take you out of, or get you through some chaotic situations even. Maybe you had to call on them when you were actually in a chaotic situation, but they definitely see somebody who's chaotic. And maybe even in your relationships, your family is like you. Maybe you're always, arguing with your person, or you're always shit getting put out, or maybe you kind of go crazy when you are going through things with your partner. But even like in terms of your partner or the people you are, romantically involved with, your family even sees how chaotic, your relationships could even be. The people that you date, it could even be your friends. When you're out with your friends, maybe something chaotic always happens, or again, you end up in some chaotic situation, but your family just see somebody who kind of is always in some chaos, or that you're a chaotic person, or that you are around it, or it's attracted to you in some type of way. It's like your family sees you. Yeah, like maybe you have relationship problems, and then you're like talking to your family about it, or you even move back home or something, and then then you're telling them what happened, and it's a chaotic situation. So that's why you see somebody who's very chaotic. That's just scenarios, you guys. How does Libra's family view them? Maybe there's always something going on as well too. Like there's just always something going on. Maybe you have a lot of things going on at one time, even like in your daily life, but something somewhere somewhere gives that your life is chaotic to your family, okay? Or you're chaotic. I'm also getting, your family could see somebody who's a little destructive as well too. If you know like something isn't good for you, isn't good for your health, or isn't good for a situation or someone around you, whatever it is, they could see somebody could be a little destructive. Like you will do things that aren't good for you, or be in places that aren't good for you, which is why they could see somebody who's a little destructive. Maybe you also could break things a lot, okay? Maybe you have a hard time cherishing things, keeping things, they could see somebody kind of even destructive when it comes to the things that you own, the material things. Like you just could always break things. You always could lose things. They see you as a little destructive. in that manner. How does Libra's family view them? Your family could also see you as somebody who brings chaos into others' lives as well too. Okay, so maybe they see you as this chaotic person. They just also feel like your chaotic ways and everything actually bounces off on others. It's how they see you. Okay, so maybe like even when you're around others or them, it's like you bring the chaos onto them. Okay, your chaos affects other people as well too. Or again, like you bring chaos into other people's life, whether like intentionally or not. It's just that you come with chaos. Yeah, your family definitely could see you somebody who maybe doesn't have the best relationships or romantic life. Okay, that maybe your romantic life is always there's always like a disaster in your love life or with your love interest. Okay, that see it's just that like, yeah, and it can even be in your love life. This family just feels like you have a hard time with having good relationships, especially with like lovers, that you could end up in disastrous relationships a lot, or that maybe even pick disastrous people who just are even maybe chaotic themselves. Just like they definitely see you as somebody who could have a chaotic love life, dating life, whatever. Maybe some of your family members even have met some of your love interests or your partner, and they could see how maybe that person was no good, or that person didn't come with good intentions, or that person was chaotic or something, or it's going to cause you some type of chaos. Is how they see you. Your family also see you as somebody who will maybe good at collaborating or partnering up with companies. They just see you as somebody who's like maybe good with teamwork. Okay, that you are maybe your family sees somebody who is always working with others, collaborating with others, partnering up with others. Okay, some of you guys, they see that in your future for you. They feel like you're gonna end up collaborating or partnering up with someone big or a company. But a lot of your family members definitely see somebody who's always working with others, collaborating with others, to maybe bring something into fruition, like bring a maybe to make something, to bring awareness to something, to build with this brand or this person. It's like your family sees somebody who's just always collaborating, working with others. They could see somebody who's good, just great with teamwork. Okay, that you know how to work as a team. They could also see you as somebody who a lot of people want to work with, collaborate with, team up with to build something as well too. I'm also getting your family could see you as somebody who's kind of always wanting someone, wanting maybe love, or always wanting a partner, wanting someone. And it could just be anyone. Your family feels like you are kind of what do you call it? Your family could see somebody kind of dependent. Okay, you kind of need people around you. You're always wanting people around you. It's like you have to have someone around you. Okay, maybe your family sees you somebody who's again dependent on people. You only maybe feel safe when you have someone with you, even if it's just one person. But it's like you always need someone around you. Is how your family sees you. And I'm not even getting like it has to be a lot of people, but I am getting like, there's maybe when your family talks to you or when they see you, there is always like this one person that's around you, or two people, but it's like you keep them close, and it's like they gotta be by you, they gotta be with you. You need that, something like that. Some of them could see as somebody who again likes to be in relationships as well too, which makes sense because it's like you just kind of They just see somebody who kind of just needs somebody with them. They want somebody always next to them, with them, by their side, okay? I'm also getting your family could see you as somebody who's always, working on some type of, again, it's, your family definitely sees somebody who be, who definitely has hobbies, who definitely, be working on projects or getting creative, always on some type of creative endeavor, okay? Your family definitely sees you as that. But you're always just kind of like into something, creating something, that you could be a creative, okay? They can even see you as someone who, again, you're going to be turned your creative or the things that you're educated into something big one day, that you're gonna maybe own something, or you're gonna again partner up with some company and it's gonna be a success. But they see somebody who's kind of always working on in some type of endeavor, creating something, okay? Also that you could always have like a project. Maybe you just always have something that you're working on. Also getting your family could see somebody who does project, though. They see somebody who that sometimes you project your feelings, thoughts, ways, onto others, okay? Maybe you have a habit of projecting how you feel onto others, and that's how your family sees you. Maybe you project it onto them, okay? Maybe you have made them feel like they were the problem or something, but really you were the problem, or that they did something to you, but really it's your own guilt or your own negative thinking or something, or you were the one that actually did something to them, but your family definitely feels as if you project onto them, okay? Even in your relationships or your friendships, they feel like you project a lot. Okay, so the 10th, the 9th, and the 15th is significant. Could be your birth date, or could be the birth dates or birth months of who these family members are that are viewing you this way, okay? I'm also getting Pisces, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, and Gemini as well, as to who these family members are that are viewing you this way. They could have these in their big three as well too, or you could even have some of these placements in your big three. But that is the signs we have here of who these family members are that could be viewing you this way. And that's what I'm getting for you guys. This is a little bit about how your family views you. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and I will see you guys in the next one.